guys. Again, we'll try this again. The first one didn't work, but
Trade secrets.
So
trade secrets.
Yeah, trade secrets. Okay, but yeah. So first of all, happy 1 anniversary to the YouTube channel. So whoever's subscribing, following, thank you, and everyone that's on Instagram, maybe go over and give it a look. So I thought it's been a while. Yeah,
to the cult.
Yeah, keep the channel. Instagram's growing, YouTube can grow as well. You know what I mean? Vice versa.
Give us something to do with it.
Yeah. So, because it's been a while since we last seen each other, we'll just talk about the most famous person in wrestling at the moment, CM Punk.
Oh, I thought you were The Rock then.
Oh, no. Yeah. Don't get me started about that return, man. But yeah, so me personally, I was invested because I'm a punker. But two, that happens, I don't know why, since last year, it happens around my birthday. You had, the brawl out at all out. Thank you, Mama. And Mama Sita trying to be a cameo. You gotta love animals. But yeah, so like last year was the brawl out. He was suspended. Then he comes back, excited, near my birthday. Yeah, what happens again? He gets sacked on my birthday. Thank you, Tony Khan and AEW. So yeah, that was a nice birthday surprise while I was on holiday. Not what I was expecting. Well, I was expecting something to happen, but maybe not get sacked straight away, or maybe I don't know against So yeah, but I can't believe over Jungle Boy.
I know.
I know it's fake or real glass. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know, silly things. But again, I guess if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So, what's your views on it? Happy, sad?
I'm at that point where I'm indifferent about Punk. I'm happy if he's there. I'm not happy if he's not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not losing sleep over it. It's not 2011 Money in the Bank Punk. You know what I mean? That's when Punk was life.
Yeah. Or like 2014 when he left, and or 2014 when I was like, shit. Now what? I will be back, and then every year it was like he'll be back.
He was never back.
Well, yeah, 2021 he came back. So yeah. So never say never. But
I've been different. I hope he comes back. I hope he just do commentary for the UFC forever.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because again, I like him back like Collision. I love Collision. Like when he was coming back, he's seeing
FTR. That could be so good against the Elite. There could be so many good storylines.
You know what I mean? That was made money there. Punk versus Kenny Omega, or Punk versus Hangman Part 2. You know what I mean?
Could have just pressed print and he would just flown into Tony Khan's back pocket.
Yeah, think about the T-shirt sales alone. You know what I mean? Like the merch. But I guess it wasn't meant to be. I guess we should have been happy that we got Punk for as long as we did.
Politics are politicking.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's both sides. Like again, I love Punk. I'm a bit biased at times, but then even then, I know the history of Punk, like what people have been saying about him. So yeah.
But HBK was this week saying he'd take him back at WWE.
Well, yeah, like Shawn Michaels was mentioning NXT, they'd be happy to have him. Bully Ray has been saying Impact would be lucky to have him. And then Punk saying was he busy for until 2 months?
Busy for a couple of months, yeah.
You do the maths, 2 months is Survivor Series, where Survivor Series near Chicago or in Chicago, a suburb of Chicago.
You bring him back at the Rumble now. If he goes back to WWE.
Yeah.
They all got cool. You don't talk about him. He just fades away in the background. And then
number 30.
Come out at number 28.
Oh, 28. I'll just leave him 30.
28's quite lucky in the Rumble, really.
Yeah.
Come out to win the Rumble.
But then who would he? Because he needs his main event. Is it him and Cody by then?
Him and Cody. Such a good WrestleMania.
If him and Cody finished the score.
You could even do him and Seth because they've had beef over the years.
Oh, and then again, that would be like shoot, work, wouldn't it? It'd be like their promos again. As long as they make a deal and not do a hangman where you're going for business for yourself. Have like a line where don't cross this. That'd be good.
Let him shoot from the hip, I say. Let him go for it.
Yeah. But again, it'd be like, oh, because he's been calling him a cancer. Yeah, that storyline works itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just like when Steph did it with Riddle to blur the lines of kayfabe and reality.
Yeah, and then because they've got the history as well, because of the shield and everything, you link it all in. Yeah, I like that because then it could be for that belt instead of, or you could have him versus Coach. So there's many options. I like that. Yeah, I never thought of that. I completely forgot their history.
The brains here.
There you go. Like Bobby the Brain. It is. But yeah, I don't know where. I just want him back. I know he's probably more trouble than he's worth. But at the end of the day, he's Punk. Money. You know what I mean? Again, I know he was a bit rusty in matches recently. But again, ring rust and everything, you get into a certain age. But then, I don't know. It is, again, his promo skills, just the way he holds himself. And again, like, I don't know, it's just Punk, isn't it? It's just, I don't know. With WWE.
He's going to draw money wherever he goes.
Yeah.
If he goes anywhere.
But then he says, never say never. Look at WWE. Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior come back. Bret Hart's come back. You know what I mean? Like, Punk, in the grand scheme of things, didn't do that much shit compared to Ultimate Warrior. Look at even fucking Hogan. And Hogan's back. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But then again, Impact would be interesting. I know it's a bit low, like I say lower tier, but Impact's, I enjoy Impact recently. But again, it is all we saw was like back in the day, the second one. Now it's the third out of the big three.
It's probably fourth now with Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah, Ring of Honor. And then you think that New Japan's now become more mainstream since joining forces with AEW.
Yeah, there's a cat on the screen.
Yeah. So little Mamacita, she's named after Mummy. Yeah. Eddie Guerrero, fan you are, aren't you? Yeah. But yeah. Do you remember the last time we did the podcast? She, she's a little celebrity. She's a little diva. She sees the camera. She's like, "Oh, I will accidentally come on, play dumb." But she's gone over now. I think we've got 5 minutes before we get a pat in my face again.
Bless her.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I was debating, like when I was on holiday, when I had time on my hands sitting, I did a top 5, which was very popular on Instagram. I don't like to brag, putting your glasses up, but yeah. But I was like NWO, not NWO, NWA again. Old school feel Punk likes because of like Collision and stuff. But again, is it just that? It's not mainstream enough, is it? And the money alone, they probably couldn't give him. Impact, again, similar. It's, a one-up. But again, if you're Punk and, it's like you broke up with your ex-girlfriend, you want to show off that you're happy and you're doing better. So you do, other stuff. So this Punk broke up with the Say again?
He goes to Monday Night Raw in January after the Rumble.
There you go. That's one way of showing your ex-girlfriend AEW that you're doing fine. You don't need her.
Cat's back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Raw would probably be best. Because I think SmackDown, I don't know, him and Roman, I don't know, I don't want to see. But then...
Yeah, I don't see that.
Nah, seeing Punk and Roman, don't know, doesn't sell as much as you said, Seth, or Cody. Cody Rhodes just works on paper as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we sorted it then. We just have to talk.
Yeah, we've booked it, man. We just need to speak to Endeavour and get to sort it out.
That's it. Talk to Triple, Mr. Avec. Or worst comes to worst, HBK wants him on NXT. That would be, imagine that. Cult personality on fucking first in Bron Breaker. Or whatever he's not. He should just be called Star.
Do a job in NXT for a few years.
Yeah, think about it. He likes helping the young guns. Don't know who we'd work with, but
I don't know, because I reckon Bron's going to probably go to main event Rumble time.
I'm hoping they change his name because he needs to be a Steiner.
Yeah, he needs to be a Steiner.
You know what I mean? He is a Steiner, but he sounds like a Steiner. Bron Breaker just call it Brom Steiner or whatever. Just get the name. Think of the merchant. Like I don't get this. Like sometimes they want to talk about the history, then other times they don't want to talk about the history. But the Steiner brothers, I know Scott and Rick are interesting fellas, but their name's still anonymous with a certain part of wrestling where if Bron can tap into that, it could work.
Yeah. Did you talk about NXT and people's dads? Did you see the vignettes for maybe a certain Brian Pillman Jr.?
Yes, mate. I'm a Pillman fan, but because I didn't know because I haven't been watching. I didn't watch that episode, but someone put it on Instagram, and yeah, Goose Pimples just watching because he's flicking through the telly, isn't he? So you don't see the guy, but you see WCW, you see
the Bengals jersey.
Because I always think like he was a good talent in AEW. I liked him when he was on the Indies because I followed him because I liked his dad growing up. I was like, I always think he's one of the underrated wrestlers with like William Regal, Dean Malenko, in that kind of bracket where like Lance Storm, stuff like that, where they are talented wrestlers, but either Pillman died young or Lance Storm and Dean Malenko, they just didn't fit, did they? But where with Pillman, I'm surprised that he hasn't done that gimmick before. Like the Hollywood Blondes, I know he's doing
Varsity Blondes.
Yeah, Varsity Blondes, like his dad, the Hollywood Blondes with a stunning Steve Austin. But you know what I mean? Like I just didn't know why they never went the other way, with the Pillman side. Go full, lunatic. So it should be interesting. So I'm excited for that. But again, if Punk's, coming back, and if he does go to NXT, he was in safe hands with HBK.
Yeah, someone to look up to and talk to, and
the
next generation.
Exactly. So, it's again, we're in that situation where we're speculating. Like, I think it's every couple of years. I think Punk does this maybe on purpose, where he just wants people like us to sit down and make videos, make posts of where's he going, what's he doing. But like me at the moment, I think I'm like Sherlock Holmes. Anytime he does a post, his Instagram stories that go on, I might be overthinking.
You look in the back for a little
yeah. I'm there like zooming in. It's like he put a picture of him recently, like Ben Grimm changing to the thing, and it's like club room time, and I'm like, but what for? What for? And then there's a one he put recently where he's filming something on a train, but again, it could be a TV show, it could be that. But who says it's not a vignette, a promo for Survivor Series? You know what I mean? The train to Chicago. Think about it. See? Hey, I can't help. I'm like Charlie in that, that meme, from Only Sunday, where it's got all the. I'll tell you this: anytime Punk does something, I have to put another picture, and that's. So yeah, I'm intrigued. I think I'm more invested. I think because you're doing the safe bet. You're happy if he's come back, but you're not going to lose sleep if he doesn't come back. Where I'm not one of these crazed fanatic. Until I get 100%, he's not coming back. Then I can live. But because now there's this, you're telling me there's a chance. You know what I mean? So, but yeah.
Well, you know what? In 5 years' time, he's 50. Yeah. So that's probably his limit.
Well, yeah. But again, that's why I would rather him leave on a good note, because let's say he leaves wrestling now. It'd be, Punk's done this, Punk's done that. Oh, he's toxic, blah, blah, blah. And it's not really a way you want to leave your legacy. Where when he left in 2014, it's like, he took his ball and left Stone Cold Steve Austin style. He can't, handle it. So maybe he needs to end on a good chapter. Do your tick off box? Do your WrestleMania main events that you've always wanted to do?
You need that main event.
Yeah, work with people you haven't worked with for ages, or people you haven't worked before. Just tick off the boxes, and then even if it's like a year or two contracts, say it's not even full time, he comes back, does like Edge. Edge is supposedly leaving this week. He come back 2-3 years.
Yeah,
do that.
Great little run, and then he's back in the sunset.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then hopefully But that's what I want for the punker, just to have the moment where we don't look back and go, oh yeah, you have the dark side of the ring. Because the AEW is going to do one of those in the future. You know, the brawl outs, one ready for it. The fucking fighter all in over fucking fake and real glass. You know what I mean? So yeah, but well, we won't know until Punk does what he does.
Indeed.
But as always, it's been a pleasure. So yes. But as always, guys.
Hopefully next week.
Yeah. Hopefully next week we can get back into a thing where we can do a podcast, even if it's once a week, or try and do two a month. That's my mission. 2 a month sounds right. But thank you to everyone that's following. Thank you to everyone that's blowing Instagram up at the moment with the reels, the posts, the comments. Again, the people that are talking about Punk, watch this video, because again, I'll get something like 60 comments like a day recently. In 1 hour once there was 150 messages, and it was just people having a polite conversation, I should say. But,
polite conversation, yeah.
As the internet allows. But for everyone, thank you. It's always a pleasure. Check our Instagram and YouTube, and hopefully you see us next week. But peace out. Much love. Trust in Punk.
Trust in Punk.